Hey babies, so Season 5, Drilling Deeper. Yep, Season 5 is upon us. Why don't we take a look? The devs have really outdone themselves on this. Devs, you are based. And this is more than what I was expecting. Actually, I wasn't expecting this big of an update. Because if you remember, they said it wasn't going to be a big one, and don't expect anything big, but it looks like they've gone out on this one. What do we have? We have a new mission type, we have a new event, we have several new enemies, 12 new overclocks. Though so far they seem to have only released information for 4, but we'll take a look at those 4. New hazard level, but sadly not HAZ 6. They said they can't do HAZ 6 because of performance issues, but there's always a mod for that, I guess. Now we're going to get a HAZ 5 plus. It's like HAZ 5 but plus, as they say. We have an expanded promotion tracker, basically like the mods I use that lets you see how many times you've promoted. We have new warnings and mutations, and a new phase for the Omran art style. We'll take a look at that. And of course we have new cosmetics and such likes. So let's take a look at the new mission, and we've got some new minerals, sort of. So let's take a look at the new mission. It's called Deep Scan. We're hunting for a new mineral, morkite seeds. Now I hate to tell you this. I know that you believe management cares about you, but they're trying to put us out of a job. These morkite seeds will allow management to grow morkite in labs. That's right, lab-grown morkite, which means we are out of a job. Then they won't need us to mine morkite anymore. God damn. And they've got to be elves, management, right? They've got to be elves. We have to find some resonance crystals in caves, and then once we've dug and found the crystal, we call down a resonance scanner and hook it up to the crystal. We have to do this a few times to determine the location of a morkite geode where the morkite seeds are located. With the geode located, we call down the drillevator. This mission sounds amazing. It sounds like a mix of salvage and escort duty rolled into one. Like, we call down the drillevator, we go down on the drillevator, it's drilling down to the morkite geode, and of course we have to defend it from the swarms who are attracted by the noise. And of course, as it goes down, the drillevator will break down or overheat a couple of times, so we'll need to repair it while defending. Once we've got that, once we get down and deposit the morkite seeds, we have to use some special extraction jet boots. So we get some jetty boots to get back up on top, and then we can go to the normal drop pod. So that's Deep Scan. I'm excited for this. Next up, we have a new season event. There's a new mineral called core stone. Man, the devs aren't giving too much away on this. Of course, it looks like we extract the mineral out of the core stone, and it's a new way to earn script. Lovely script. We have several new enemies. Do you remember my video on the Glyphid Stalker? They've done it. The Glyphid Stalker is coming, and it looks freaking terrifying. It can burrow like the Menace and go invisible like the Unknown Horror. Once it hits you, it will take down your entire shield, leaving you extremely vulnerable. Now, it doesn't come with the swarms. It's actually like a lone wolf kind of thing. It will stalk you through the caves and try and sneak up on you outside of swarms. We have the barrage infector. which has an area, denial of area attack. It's kind of like a spitballer, but it spews explosive, toxic gunk everywhere. And we have the scale bramble. It's really nice that we have new stationary enemies. I mean, last time we had the septic spreader and the stingtail, which were nice additions, but we haven't really had anything since, spitballers and leeches. But now we've got some new stationary hazards. The scale bramble will shoot acidic projectiles at you. It'll grow on ceilings and walls. You have to take out the 3 glowing weak spots to make it vulnerable, so you can take it out. 12 new overclocks, but so far they've only listed 4. I watched the live stream and they only showcased the same 4 there too. We have a pump action shotgun for the NG. NG will get an increase in damage, and it'll turn his auto shotgun into more of a traditional pump action shotgun, and it'll gain +1 blow through. We have mortar rounds. Mortar. We have water mortar. Mortar rounds with bow gunner's auto cannon. It'll fire big shells in an arc. As it does, it's affected by gravity. You shoot it, up in the air, and it'll land over yonder, creating a massive AoE damage. Oh, I'm glad Driller doesn't have that one. Imagine the friendly fire, Jesus. Speaking of Driller, he has a new overclock for the flamethrower, which gives it sort of a secondary attack. It can blast sort of a horizontal wave of flame into swarms, and it'll burn everything in its path, and also leave a carpet of fire along the floor. So that sounds fun. And Scout gets a strange one. Scout gets a weird one. With the M1000, we get an overclock that is sort of an IFG dart. A focus shot with the M1 will mark an enemy, and then that enemy will take increased damage from all other sources. So, Scout's secondary and the other 3 dwarves as well, it'll affect them. So it's kind of like an IFG dart. That'll be interesting to play around with. I wonder, let's say it's a dreadnought inside an IFG, and then you use this new dart marked for death dart on the M1, and then you blast, and then everybody blasts the dread. I wonder if it'll stack like that. I actually can't wait to experiment. As for the new Has level, you have to complete an assignment to unlock it, of course, like we did Has 5. And we get all these cool, neat new options, like we can make enemies more aggressive, we can make players more weak, we can add more enemies, or we can just make enemies tougher, more bullet spongy. So this is going to be interesting to play around with. Here's the new mission warnings. We have blood sugar. This would be good for vampire and berserker. I think the air becomes toxic to dwarfs, but turns the bug's blood into red sugar. So you have to keep killing the bugs to keep your health up. That sounds interesting. This is a little different to low 2. We have a secondary, a tertiary, if you will. Yeah. We'll have a secret secondary. Can you have 2 secondaries? A secondary? I'm pretty sure it's called a tertiary. So we've got a secret tertiary. There's duck and cover, which means there's more ranged enemies in the mission, and Ebonite outbreak. So you'll need your pickaxes at ready for that one. And for the armor and heartstone, it has a new phase where it will shoot out spikes of rocks out of the ground, and if it hits you, it can encase you in rock, and you have to dig your way out of it. And if you're standing on top of Dotty and these spikes come up, because you're standing on top of Dotty, the spikes are coming for you, it'll deal massive damage to Dotty. So we have to watch out for that in that phase. And that, my babies, is season 5. I'm looking forward to this one. I just wish there was a new biome. I really wish we had a new biome. But considering everything we have, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. They're going to release season 5 soon, and then they're going to concentrate on Rogue Core. So don't expect any maintenance updates or season 6 anytime soon. I don't think we'll get a season 6 until 2025 now. Zippity!